Hey guys, so I just filmed a get ready with me video and I showed you guys how I achieved this look. I used a lot of the products that I have recently hauled and I wanted to just show you guys how I like the products and how the products have been working out for me. I mean, I really like how the look came out. I love the lipstick, I love the shadow, I love the everything. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. So I finished my eyebrows off and now I'm going to do my eyeshadow. So I'm going to prime my eyes with Painterly by MAC. And I'm just going to put that on my lids. And I'm trying to get used to putting my finger in my products without digging them out since my nails are so long. As you can see, I got the Painterly all over my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe out the excess because it's in places that it shouldn't be. So yeah. So that's pretty good. For my eyes, I'm going to use the Lorac Pro palette. I'm going to use this e.l.f. dollar eyeshadow brush. I don't know. So I'm going to take Sable, which is this color, and just use that kind of all over because that's going to be like my transition color in between shades. I'm going for a very nude, neutral eye. So I'm just going to put on a little bit more. Doesn't really matter how neat it is. So as you can see, I kind of have this color everywhere. Now I'm going to go in with deep purple. And I'm going to use this brush. I'm not sure where I got this one from. And I'm kind of just going to put it just in the outskirts, just to make sure that they're deep. So I'm just putting it right here. Just putting it on the outside like that. I'm going to go back in with this same brush and I'm going to take Slate, which is kind of like that gray, and I'm just going to blend it all out. Because I want this to be smoky. But like a subtle smoky, not a super black smoky. So there's that. I'm going to take this. I'm not sure where I got this brush from. I'm going to just spray it with a little Fix Plus. And then I'm going to go in with light bronze. And just put that on my lid. So now I have light browns on my lid. I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to blend that out. So now that's blend out. But I'm going to go in with Garnet. And I'm going to use this other e.l.f. brush for Garnet. Just a little bit on the brush. And I'm going to just put that in the crease. And I'm kind of just going to use that to kind of just place it in the crease. So now that I've used that to place it in the crease, I'm going to take the same other brush that we were using and I'm just going to use that to blend that color out. So again, blend, 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 because you don't want it to be too much of a harsh separation. So now that's done. Now I'm going to put on some mascara, and I'm going to use a Too Faced Better Than Sex. And I'm only going to put mascara on the top lashes. Now for the foundation, I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo. I'm only going to use one pump. And I'm going to use my Sedona Lace 480 brush. Just this much. And I'm going to kind of like stipple motion it in, but then blend it out. And I'm going to do that to my whole face and then come back. Okay, so I blended out the foundation, and as you can see, it covered pretty much everything. And now I'm just gonna do some concealing underneath my eyes, and this is the MAC Prep and Prime in Peach Luster. And I absolutely love this stuff for color correction. It's my favorite thing to use. Sometimes I use it on its own without any concealer on top, because it does a great job on its own. I'm going to use this little spongy thing that I got from, where did I get this from? From Ulta. I don't like it to be too wet, because I feel like it doesn't disperse the product when it's too wet. And I start down and then work my way up to underneath my eye, just so that I get the least amount of product directly under my eye, so to minimize the creasing, since I do have lines under my eyes. So I've color corrected. Now I'm going to conceal with the NARS Creamy Concealer. I've absolutely been loving this concealer. The consistency is great. It has long-lasting power. So I'm just gonna and again, I'm gonna go in with the sponge. I kind of pinch the sponge a little bit just so that I can like get in there better. like into the crevice. So I hope. And then I try to blend it out onto my nose, because you don't want to have like that line of separation between where you have your concealer and the rest of your face. So now I'm going to take the NARS Pressed Translucent Powder and just use that to set my concealer. And for that I use an e.l.f. brush, and this is the small tapered brush. I love this brush. It like gets right in there. Like, look at that. So I'm just gonna pat this pressed powder on. You don't want to drag it because then it's gonna move your concealer. There's like a fuzzy on here. So you just want to like pat it into place. I know a lot of people like to use like the Ben Nye powder, but for me, I feel like that gives too much of a yellow glow. I did have it and then eventually threw it away because I didn't like it. So now my concealer is set. Gonna take my mascara, and I'm only gonna use a little bit. Cause my bottom lashes tend to touch my face and leave like black. I should probably get the mascara shield, but I've never gotten it. Now I'm gonna just do a simple contour with the Black Radiance powder in Rich Mahogany. This does like a slight contour, nothing too crazy. And I'm gonna use my tapered highlighter brush from Sigma. This is the only Sigma brush I have. I'm not sure, so if you can see that, kind of. And I like to start at the top and then work my way down. I try not to pass the center of my eyeball with the contour. So I try not to pass here with the contour, because if you do have a fuller face, it can sometimes give like a bad effect. So I used to do my blush first and then my contour, but then I sometimes found that my blush and my contour weren't meshing together. So now I like to do my contour first and then my blush, because they seem to blend better. I'm going to use this NARS blush, and this is in the color Seduction. And I'm going to use my MAC blush brush. This is just the, I think 116. It's like wearing away. And I'm going to just go in this kind of motion. And I like to pat my blush into place. I don't think I got, okay. There we go. So I have the blush on. You can kind of see that right there. So now that I have my blush on, I'm going to just put some, and this is kind of like a mattish blush. I'm going to use my Maybelline Master Highlight, and this is in Mauve. And I'm just going to dust this on top of my blush. sort of as a highlight, but I'm more so blending it in with the blush. So that's that. Now for my lipstick, I'm going to use Maple Kiss by Maybelline. And this is a like corally nude. I know the color is probably bad. Okay. Now I'm gonna spray it all with Fix Plus. Not too much. I'm gonna put on my clothes, take my hair out, and I'll be right back. And this is the completed look. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me video, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye guys.